What is a problem in 2019 that would not be one in 1989? Being in the toilet without your phone, lol. I can't count the number of shampoo bottles I read in the 80s and 90s. Having to unplug my book so that I can charge my cigarette. Best one in my opinion. If someone went around at the end of the 80s proclaiming these to be in the future, they would be laughed at the hardest. Maximum Overdrive came out in 1986 and depicted a world where all the machines somehow come alive and try to kill humans. It was a silly premise back then. How could machines just come to life? Well, now between self-driving cars, military drones, the Internet of Things, and how even a freaking toaster has Wi-Fi these days, I'd say Maximum Overdrive is getting closer and closer to real. I'm so excited. The Terminator came out in 1984. Being left the frick alone. Used to be you could disappear for the day and nobody was getting a hold of you until you came home. I lost all service for 2 days. People thought I was dead. I was just chillin' reading books. Your home deadbolt lock running out of batteries. Or going offline because of Google going down. Waiting in line to go through airport security. Yeah, I hate the shoe bomber, particularly now I have to talk my shoes off in the airport and I can't take water bottles on the plane because God forbid I stay hydrated. Yes, I know I can take bottles on a plane, but I feel like I am doing something illegal when I do it. Captain, can I come see the cockpit? I remember flying by myself as a kid in the mid-90s and them giving me a tour of the plane and hanging out with the pilots in the cockpit. That was the coolest crap ever. Everyone complaining about the actor who's going to play Batman. Wait. Phone going off in a movie theater. This wasn't commonplace, but not unheard of in 1984, especially with doctors and important businesses types. 1-800 page. Google outage. Google shuts down Gmail for an hour to show its immense power is my favorite Onion video. Texting and driving. Probably been a problem since the first guy tried writing a letter on a horse. Dearest Margaret, it has been some 5 days since we set out toward Getty, damn it. Them potholes. Kids under 10 years old being out and about with no adult supervision. Media fear mongering has made the helicopter parent phenomena so much worse. Parents are terrified of strangers around their children despite the fact that they are far more likely to be harmed by someone they know. Smoking on a plane. It blew my mind when my mom told me that the hospital asked if she wanted a smoking or non-smoking room when she had me, and people used to smoke while they shopped for groceries, just flicking ashes on the floor like it's no big deal. Trying to retire comfortably on $1 million. Just over $2 million today when compensated for inflation. Having a drink with Bill Cosby. You wouldn't think back then anyway. Quaaludes do that to a person. Having millions of people you've never met actively trying to dig up dirt on you and generally ruin your life because you said the wrong thing. I felt oddly compulsed to check your profile. Google Maps not loading. It was trying to unfold a map without ripping it in 1989. Measles outbreak. Putting a USB in but it doesn't work, so you flip it over and realize you had it right the first time. But we had to straighten bent pins on our DB25 serial connector so we could connect the dot matrix printed instead of the 1200 baud modem. My weed is out of batteries. I heard we're almost out of helium, so I imagine 30 years ago no one was worried about running out of balloons. Getting charging anxiety over all of your devices, smartphone, tablet, laptop, Bluetooth earbuds, smartwatch, etc. that you need to make sure are always at 100%. As someone that had a Game Boy and tape player in 1989, LOL. Fugazi playing shows. Our company's reputation is being destroyed by a trending hashtag. Actually, something like that used to happen. When Crystal Pepsi started eating into Coca-Cola's sales, they created Tab Clear and drove it into the ground with bad marketing to kill Crystal Pepsi as well. Social media has brought jealousy FOMO to new heights. If I go to dinner with a group of friends, a bunch of others that know the group see pics online and are left wondering why they didn't get the invite. It's so annoying. Sometimes you don't want a 20-person gathering. Your phone running out of charge. I'm sick of the assumption that you'll always be contactable. People get mad if you don't immediately pick up the phone when they call you. Also, don't fully believe you understand that you didn't have your phone on you. Depression stemming from social media. Also, iPhone updates being released and your old iOS system running horribly after that. 80s iOS was so much better. Leaving your doors unlocked. My grandma still never locks her doors, even after being robbed 2 years ago. Probably more an issue with the changing demographics of an area. The 80s had lots of crime too. Mostly if someone grew up in a semi-rural area and the population has boomed. Now there's more risk. You have been visited by the money cat. Subscribe to AskReddit and get rich in 3.8 days. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.